Recently, I've seen several questions on some of the social media forums of people wondering how to get rid of these watermarks at the bottom of their images when they save them from their Seestar. And so I thought I'd do a quick tutorial showing you how to remove those. Sometimes you just don't want to save the picture with those in it. You want it to be a more pure picture without the watermark. And so I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to turn that on and off. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn on your Seestar and you come to this main menu. I've zoomed it up so all you're seeing is the top half of that screen, but there at the top is the number for my Seestar. You're going to click on that and that will open the settings. So once you're in the settings mode of your Seestar, you'll come across this screen. I've blown it up again so that it fits in the screen and is more visible. I just wanted to quickly cover these ones that are in there as well. I've covered them in another tutorial, but I'll just cover them in case you haven't seen that one. The volume one toggles the volume of your Seestar, so you know when you turn it on and it says Seestar powering on, and or it'll say images in the center and it's imaging and it says it out loud. And if you have your Seestar outside and you're imaging in the middle of the night, you may not want that noise, or you don't want to alert people that you've got a expensive piece of equipment sitting out in your driveway. And so you may want to turn that volume either low or even possibly mute it and turn it off. The focus button, that's where you set the default for the point of start for the autofocus. Um, we've made a tutorial about the manual and autofocusing as well. And then that's where you turn, the bottom one is where you turn on the anti-dew heater. And then I've just moved the picture up. So right under the anti-dew is the image watermark. That's where you toggle it on or off. If it's red, it's on. So when you save images from your Seestar as you're imaging and you close it down and it saves to your phone, it's going to save that watermark because this is turned on. To remove that watermark, you just switch that so that it's no longer red. Here's just another image showing that the image watermark is turned off. So now every time you stop imaging and it saves that image to your phone, it won't have that Seestar watermark along the bottom. So this image shows that that watermark has disappeared. I have flipped this picture so that the watermark, if it were there, it would be on the right or the left, going up and down instead of along the bottom because I flipped the picture. But that watermark, we've turned it off, and now all you see is the image, and you don't see the minutes of time on the exposure or that Seestar watermark. Right under the button where you turn on or off that watermark, you can click on the advanced features, and I'll just cover these real briefly because this wasn't really the purpose of this video. So I'll just show you quickly in case you've been looking for these things. In the advanced feature, this is where you change the exposure length. It defaults to 10 seconds, but if you want to set it to 20 or 30, you use that a lot in the planetary mode. You can change those here. And here's where you can turn on and off that enhancement after you click the go to button. I always leave them on so that it does that horizontal calibration and the autofocus and all of those things. I leave that on, but you can turn it off. The live can also turn on or off. And then underneath that is saving each frame. This is what you want to turn on so that it saves every one of those 10-second exposures to the Seestar so that you can then use them in stacking. So if you can't find a subs folder, you need to go in and turn this switch on for saving each frame. Once you turn on or off that automatic calibration, if you turn it off, you can also skip the horizontal calibrations and turn that on or off in this advanced feature. You the horizontal calibration, it can take a long time, and so some people don't like it to do that every time they go to an object. So this is where you can turn that off, and the fine print just tells you about skipping the horizontal calibration. In the advanced features, you can also modify how it calibrates, and you can go in and check the calibration. You need to do this a lot if you're frequently not being able to find objects. You'll want to go in and calibrate it, make sure that things are level. This is where you do that. It's in the advanced features, and it will tell you when you click on these buttons whether or not it's level, and gives you information about the calibration of the Seestar. So use this a lot if it's missing, finding objects. I do it if I am getting an excess number of star trails and things too. Sometimes this will help kick that into gear a little bit better too. So this is just a brief tutorial of some of those features. Hopefully this has helped. Thanks for watching. We'd love to have you join us on our astronomy journey, and clear skies to everybody. Good night.